Hello, this is Solomon, and today we're going to be going over this match. We're going to be going over some early decision making, and we're also going to be going over some philosophy relating to being cautious or just going ahead and killing the enemy. And we're going to be looking over Quebec, who is generally regarded as the best player, but they make mistakes, as we'll see in this replay. And me and Quebec, we had a very long argument about this in another match that I brought up, so just opposing philosophy, which I believe mine is correct and his is incorrect, so yeah, it's UK, US, US, which is the best possible lineup on this map for standard play. US, Japan, Italy rush is extremely strong if you're going for this to end the game right away. But they're also against the mirror matchup, so Quebec is doing the 3 depots armor base, which is it's a pretty standard considered Germany. I prefer secondary base depot or secondary base. Well, I prefer more depots than armor base, so slightly delayed armor base for more economy. Enemy. Okay, so this McNaught isn't the current McNaught who's going around. He's really not good. This guy is apparently better according to Quebec, although he plays like garbage in this match. So, well, he does a garbage opening. So, here's the problem. Let me pause it. He's doing a chat. Okay, Chaffies are garbage units. They're M15s that cost 20 and cost 50 to research. And he's doing literally the worst possible Chaffee rush at all. Like, he did 3 depot 1 armor base, so he's only gonna have a limited number of Chaffies, only 2 right away, then a couple 2 more, I think. So he's only doing 4 Chaffies, which isn't actually enough to do anything. But he's spending 80 supply on it. Like, if he did like 1 depot, 2 armor base, and did it right, like, so there'd be more Chaffies quicker, then it would do something maybe. But he's doing so little this late that it's like you're wasting so much supply, while at the same time, all this supply is not enough to do anything. It's someone who's not idiotic. So, they're rushing across M16s. Here's the problem. This guy's just going to put out GIs, which are just going to zone off the Chaffies till the Persians come out. Now, here's the real interesting thing. McNaught's doing his Chaffee rush wrong. Why is he going over here? There's no point in going over here. I mean, okay. So now the Persian comes out, so even if we went over here, he still would have fucked up, but like, this Chaffee rush is just so awful. Should have done 1 depot 2 armor base. Or maybe 2 depot 2 armor base, but that would be really weird. See, if he had an armor base so he could start teching right away and even build them just slightly quicker. Oh shit, wait. Oh wait, when did he get the second armor base out? Well, I didn't see that. I don't think he did it for the tech though. Oh shit. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. So he does do that. But my bad. So he does do double armor base. But he also does 3 depot, so he has no money still. He should have done 1 depot. Or 2 depot, but okay, let's go back up to where we were. My bad for missing that. Yeah, so GIs are just gonna zone off the Chaffies. The Persian's coming out. So now if he had like 6 Chaffies or something, like if he went 1 depot, and he would have however many Chaffies. Here's how the timing would work out. Let me get my epic pin up. Okay, so right now he's doing this, which is really stupid because the GIs can just zone off the Chaffies until the Persian gets over there. Here's what you actually do. Like, I mean, this can work if the other person's stupid enough to not zone off with the infantry, which happens often enough, or to do something stupid. Here's what you actually do. This way is closer, so you go over here, then I'm not sure about the time, but ideally you can kill the armor base before the Persian comes out, but if you have like 6 Chaffies, kill the armor base, then I don't think you need fanaticism, if the Persian has fanaticism, but the first Persian comes out, you get free hits as Persian takes like half a second to turn its turret. So the first Persian still dies, and you kill the armor base. Then you just kill these two depots. Then you just go over and kill UK, and Blitz Chaffies can definitely dodge Hurricane Bombs pretty easily. Maybe another Chaffee or two, some sort of split, to go down to Quebec space, kill the other depot, and kill the armor base or whatever he makes. Like, he probably doesn't have enough money for another Persian right away, so... Like, if he went towards the armor base in the beginning, he just kills the armor base, first Persian, kills these depots, go kills UK air depots, like, the game's just over. Instead, he goes over to the left for some reason. Which, A, this is a longer distance, so the Persian's already out. And the GI's can just zone off the Chaffies. So. Now he has 4 Chaffies that aren't doing anything. Now we're about to see what Quebec fucks up. Come on. Okay. There we go. So, actually, he should have started moving earlier because the Spitfire's shaking. Okay, the Willies got strafed, so now they have no recon over here. So the GIs can just hide in the woods. So the Chaffies can't come back this way since they'll get ambushed by GIs. So here's what Quebec does. Or what he should do. Let me get this back up. He does this, which is really stupid. What he should do is just go straight over here and start working down the armor base. Because I don't... Their first Persian, I think it's at 340 or 350. So there's plenty of time. The way it works out, he's going to get over there. But here's what's going to happen. So the Persian comes out right here. Quebec can keep his Persian right here and he can kill the armor base. Like, he can just take shots at the armor base. And ideally kill it before the first Persian comes out. I don't think he will, though. But even when the first Persian comes out, it's going to be facing the wrong way. So you still pretty much get a free shot. So just finish killing the armor base, run away. Then wait for the second Persian to get over here. Then kill the only Persian they built. Like, there's no reason to go left around the forest. Okay, then this happens, which is... Yeah, I'm just... Okay, so that was... Was that a hurricane hit? How did that guy get panicked? Whatever. Okay, so he started putting his other Persian this way, which was stupid. Like, since... Let me bring this up again. So, the Chaffies were going to go like this. What the hell? So, he put his Persian like this. Why isn't this bigger? Wait. Damn it. Okay, wait. There we go. That's a good size. Like, he should just have put his Persian straight toward... The second Persian should have gone straight towards the enemy armor base. Since the Chaffies are in range still if he hegs the river. Like, he'll just kill the Chaffies as they're trying to go through anyway. Maybe one will get through. But then the third Persian can deal with that. Or even a fucking anti-tank bucker, depending on where they go. So the second Persian goes straight this way. Look, and this other guy still doesn't have his first Persian. Okay, now he's building it. Okay, so he got his first Persian at 355. And now, Quebec has 3 Persians on the field. All he had to do was go straight towards the enemy armor base. This armor base will be dead. Then the Persian will die, and it's game over since Chaffies don't do anything. Instead, he has his... They're really weirdly split up. Okay, this guy was split up to deal with the Chaffies. And for some reason, he's going back this way around the river, which is... There's literally zero reason to do that. Just go through the river right here. And he goes towards the armor base. Or you could actually even go through the town if you wanted. Just make sure it meets up with these 2 Persians rather than getting over here. Instead, this Persian's taking a really weird path across that's not fast. He's going to the left, I believe. And this other Persian's just fucking around killing infantry for some reason. Instead of killing any armor base. Like, it's insane. Now, the Ally Air did make Hurricanes, which is not good for air superiority, but we have AA. Or, well, they have AA. That's in Quebec's team. Like, again, he's backing off. 2 Persians beats 1 Persian. This guy's still doing God knows what. Chaffies don't do anything. 4 like... Enemy makes advanced. Okay, you don't make anti-tank guns. I've said this for many reasons. I'm just gonna go over it again, but they're slow. They're super expensive to get to in the first place. A $40 AT base or 35, whatever it is for the US. Then it's 50 to research. Then you pay 10 supply for a slow unit that can only shoot at armor vehicles and is very fragile. Like, they're just not good in most circumstances, and they're definitely not good in this circumstance. 4 Persians with Blitz, and he runs away from this fight for absolute, like, who the hell played Fanaticism? Okay, whoever played Fanaticism is stupid, because the fight didn't actually start. That was a race of RUSE. Okay, so he's actually chasing, nice. But then he stopped chasing. 5 Persians. 6th one coming up. He's running away. What the hell? You have 5 against 3. There's no way you can lose that fight. And so he's dicking around over here. Just end the game. So now here's where he started arguing more. Quebec was saying it's better to be passive, and he said some stupid chess thing about being cautious and controlling. Except the thing with metaphors and idioms, they don't apply to everything, and a lot of them even contradict each other. So it's just weird to say things like that since they're not necessarily applicable, and they're not in this case. Because Quebec was saying, well, what if one of my allies do something stupid? I need to be in a secure economic position. It's like, no, Quebec is capable. He has been capable of ending the game for the last 3 minutes, or effectively ending the game for the last 3 minutes. The longer, when you're playing with randoms, the longer you don't end the game, the chance that the random ally is going to do something stupid and throw the game. Like, they're going to do something like build Lancasters and lose air superiority. Or they're going to build M40s or something. Or they're going to fall, or their HQ is going to get captured by radio silenced infantry or something. Like, there's any number of things that they can do that might be stupid. Or your randoms won't build admins, but the enemy randoms will build admins. And then you lose later. Like, it's very, like, there's no point in being cautious when you're playing randoms. Or they might even just AFK or something for a reason. Like, you're prolonging the chance for you to lose the game. You're going to snap defeat from the jaws of victory by doing stuff like this. You only do a defensive economy. Well, okay, here's the thing. Quebec didn't want to somehow die. He was talking about, the thing is, it's impossible for you Quebec to die here, because what's the enemy going to do? Like you were saying, what if there's hurricanes? You can literally look at the map when the planes are flying. The hurricanes are going to be slower than the Spitfires, so you know there's no hurricanes, and your team has hurricanes anyway. And one hurricane's not going to do that much. So there's already so much more Quebec's Persians than enemy Persians. And there's no AT guns over here. You can look at the map. There hasn't been radio silence or camouflage, so you can see that no light units have gone over to this side. It's actually almost impossible to lose this. The only way you can lose this is if you intentionally mismicro your Persians, pretty much. Like, don't let philosophy cripple your damage or gameplay like this. Don't let some idea of doing something get in the way of actually looking at what's happening on the map. Okay, let me check something. Yeah, I see how it's recon. So now he kills the armor base, but then he runs away from the fight, despite having 8 Persians against 6. Soon to be 9 Persians against 6. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's continue looking at the match. I mean, obviously Quebec wins, but he could have won the match 3.5 minutes in. 4 minutes in. Pretty much. I mean, the game was effectively over and enemy did that half-ass Chaffee rush. But while this stalling the game is happening, let's talk about defensive economy. So I do believe in going defensive economy sometimes. It's when you can't end the game and if it looks like the game's gonna go into the admin stage, if it's gonna go on later, and you're really unsure about whether you have the ability to end it before that. So what I like to do, I just start spamming admins, since some randoms just don't build admins for whatever reason. And other people, they just waste too much money on units, so it's really you building admins. So I just spam a ton of admins and let my allies do whatever the fuck. Since then 15, 20 minutes later, then we'll have a huge admin advantage, since enemy randoms probably aren't spamming admins well either. But outside of admin spam, when you think the game is going to stall out, like, you don't need to be this defensive at all. It's ridiculous. So this armor base wasn't camouflaged. Quebec honestly should have gone over here and killed armor base as it was building, or before it built. We have 6 Persians against 11 or something. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can understand about being slightly hesitant to play from this side due to the anti-tank guns, but then just go to the right. Why are you playing from the left side? Just go to the right where there aren't anti-tank guns. Just push through the town and kill him. And Quebec was talking about economy. Like, his team's not even taking these depots. So. Pretty Persian kill. Both of these teams are so eager to play Fanaticism. Don't play Fanaticism till the fight actually really starts. Otherwise, you're racing ruses. Oh, those anti-tank guns just died. Like, this is ridiculous. 18 Persians against 10. He's pointlessly prolonging the game. More anti-tank guns. My dog is barking. Yeah, okay, this US player should have just gone Persians or something. I mean, they should have gone anti-tank guns. I'll say that much. Yeah, they just surrenders. You could do admins. If they think they can stall the game, since Quebec's playing so passive. Actually, honestly, this put infantry in these 2 towns and do it all the Persians over here on the left. Honestly, maybe even deep forest anti-tank guns that you blitz out when the enemy Persians start to come near. Plus heavy infantry. It would actually be it would take time to get through that defense, and you could maybe spam admins in the meantime. So now we finally move over to the right. Okay, so here's the problem. You can see this guy's formation is at an angle, so only the edge of his formation is being shot at by, like, most of Quebec's formation. So that was a super costly mistake. Yeah, like, Quebec has so many more Persians, he almost wins the fight about Fanaticism. Although, I think, maybe, was this other guy microing? I'm not sure. Yeah, Quebec does play Fanaticism. Although, I think he still would have won without it. Yeah, they all surrender. Okay, yeah, Quebec only lost 2 Persians. They only had 300 more income. US player did good. Air player did. He bled a lot. Although he did fine. He did his job. Yeah, they got barely any more income. That's interesting. Yeah. RUSE has enough info. Okay. Let me go shut my window real quick since there's sound coming through. Okay. So RUSE is the game where you have so much info that you actually have near perfect, almost perfect info in the early game for a lot of things. The reasons for this is because, A, decryption. What the fuck? Hold on. Holy shit. Okay. So, RUSE has near perfect info, like in the situation you saw. Because if we factor in everything, we factor in the matchups, we factor in the map, we factor in the meta strats, we factor in the number of enemy trucks, and if they camo, you display decryption. All those okay, that, yeah. The correct meta strats though, so. There's a very limited number of things the enemy can do. They're either doing something correct, which is very limited in number, or they're doing something incorrect and they're just going to lose anyway. So it's very easy to have a very good idea of what the enemy's doing. Plus, you can see all the enemy units anyway, and it's really easy to figure out what the enemy units are a lot of the time. Like infantry are going to probably be in a block, are going to be on roads. A is going to be much more spread up, going to forest around the edges of the map. Different unit speeds. Depending on the context, you can generally figure out what type of unit the enemy unit is between the speeds and where they're going. So you have a very good idea of what's happening on the map. Like in that situation, there's no radio silence or there's no camouflage. You can look at the enemy airplanes, even though they're not identified, you can see if there's hurricanes because they'll be moving slower. Like Quebec's passivity was just incredibly pointless. It had near perfect info about what the enemy had. And there was no AT guns on the right since you never saw any light units move towards the right outside of a Willys. And you can figure out it's a Willys because one anti-tank gun isn't going to do anything. And I think the Willys moves faster than the anti-tank gun. I'm not sure though. They're probably similar speed, but the anti-tank gun will prefer to go along the road anyway. So yeah. Just don't let. Here, look at the situation. Don't let some philosophy or idea subtract from what's happening on the map. Like even I have certain ideas, like never build Italy 20mm Brettas because those are garbage units, but I have built them in exceptionally unusual situations. Like just look at the map and see what you can do. That is the end of this video.